Only junk deco, I'd say.
Well, that should suit you right down to the ground. Well, we'll leave you to enjoy it. Very well.
What happened? I heard the noise from right down the corridor. Sandy and Bea.
Yeah. We're going to have to do something to get rid of Edwards, and maybe we can keep Smith in line.
How are you going to get rid of Sandy?
With your help.
Look, there's really nothing much I could do to help you. You'd be better off using one of your heavies. There's nothing you need me for.
Oh, yes, there is. Are you pulling out on me?
No, but my appeal's coming up soon. It's my one chance to get out of here. Please, I just want to lie low until it's all over.
And what happens if I tell Edwards what you've done to help me already? Do you reckon you'll get out of here alive then?
You wouldn't.
I would.
What do you want me to do?
Get some stuff from the hospital, something that's going to finish her off.
I couldn't get my hands on anything like that. Not something strong enough to kill her.
You'd get something, though, couldn't you?
Well, there's a carton of drugs they're going to destroy. Well, there'd probably be some strong barbiturates and, well, maybe some emetics in it. I suppose if they're mixed together and put in her food, they'd certainly debilitate her.
No, I want something that's going to make her real weak.
All right.
Okay. You get the stuff and I'll do the rest.
I still think you should have taken the day off as I suggested.
There was no need, Mrs. Davidson. I'm fine.
Are you quite sure? You have had a very bad shock.
I would rather be at work, really.
Very well, but if you decide you want to leave early, just let me know.
No, I'm sure I can complete my shift. Mrs. Davidson, I was wondering what was going to happen about Doreen Burns.
Well, I thought about it, and I've decided not to bring her before the VJ. However, I still must report the incident, and Doreen will have to spend a couple of days in solitary.
Well, I can't help feeling grateful to her. I thought that at any minute those dogs were going to tear me apart.
Yes, but we mustn't lose sight of the fact that if it hadn't been for Doreen, the dogs wouldn't have been loose in the first place. However, as you say, she did rescue you, and that is why I'm not pressing charges. Come in.
Mrs. Davidson, there's a policeman here. He wants to talk to you about Judy Bryant.
Bryant? She's not in trouble already.
Looks like it, I'm afraid.
Well, what exactly is it that Bryant has done?
Well, we don't know that she's done anything. You see, there's been an accident at the block of flats where she lives. A man had fallen down a flight of stairs. Now, he was unconscious by the time we got there, and he's still in a coma.
But what has that to do with Bryant?
Well, neighbours heard her arguing with someone, and we found a flat open and in an awful mess. We checked round for some identification and found a parole licence in her name. We just want to find her and ask her a few questions about the incident.
Well, I've no idea where she would be. She does have a daughter, but I don't know her address. I presume you've checked with her parole officer.
Yes, he suggested we speak to you. There isn't anyone here who might know where she'd be likely to go?
Well, her parole report was made out by Mrs. Morris. She's one of our officers. I know she visited Judy yesterday. Perhaps she may know something.
Could I speak to her?
Well, she's not on duty at the moment, but I'll give you her address.
What are you doing, Birdsworth?
Nothing, Mrs. Powell.
Aren't you supposed to be on kitchen duty?
Yes, I am, but I had to go to the loo. I thought I might bump into some of me mates on the way back.
Go on, get going.
It's truth, I can't even stop and have a bit of a natter.
Yes, you can. Natter yourself off to the kitchen. You want me?
Yes, Mrs. Powell. I was wondering if you could speak to Mrs. Davidson about my being able
Are you
to...
asking me to do you a favour?
Yes, I just want
Now, why should I do you any favours? You haven't done me any.
Yes, I know.
What
but
about the information you've promised? So far, I haven't received a damn thing from you.
Well, there really hasn't been anything.
Oh, come on. I find that hard to believe. These women are always planning something.
No, not at the moment.
So you keep saying.
Look, I'm not trying to put one over on you, Mrs. Powell. You can trust me. Well, it's just difficult, that's all. If the women found out, I think you know what they'd do.
Be pretty unpleasant for you, but then we can make things unpleasant as well. So if you are playing some little game with me, I warn you, think again.
I'm not, I swear it.
Then I suggest if you do want favours from me, you do something to earn them.
Thanks.
I'm sorry I couldn't meet you here last night as arranged. I suppose you heard what happened at the prison with the dogs.
Yeah, that sounded pretty dreadful. Janet must have been a wreck afterwards.
Yes, she was upset. I took her home, that's why I couldn't meet you here.
Bruised the old ego a bit. I thought I'd been stood up.
You'll get over it. Now, you wanted to ask some questions about the prison.
Ah, leave that till later. Pleasure before business. That's my motto.
I understood it was purely business.
Well, what if I told you that I got you here under false pretenses?
Then I'd leave. Right now.
Well, I won't tell you then. I am interested. I really do have some questions about Wentworth.
All right, ask away. I should be able to answer most of them.
And you mean to tell me the door called those dogs off you?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Who would have thought that they would have done what she told them?
Yes, well, it certainly seems very odd.
Oh, hang on a minute, Miss Conway. Dora's Teddy. Do you reckon we could take her to her?
She's not supposed to have anything.
Wouldn't hurt, would it? She's there all by herself. And after all, she did call those dogs off you, didn't she?
Oh, all right. But nothing else, just the bear, and hurry up.
Oh, this'll give Dora something to cheer her up, something to cuddle.
Yeah, well, don't tell anyone about it. I'll get into trouble if they find out I let you take it in.
Mum's the word.
You know, it's quite possible the women could lose interest very quickly. I've seen it happen before with nearly every project we've initiated.
Well, I just have to make sure that I get them really enthused. About the press, I mean.
I suppose you realise it'd be very foolish of you to get involved with any of the prisoners.
It's not any of the prisoners that I want to get involved with. It's one of the officers.
Yes, Oh, look, I have to go. I hope I've been able to help you.
You're a real hit and run, aren't you? How about coming and having dinner with me later in the week?
Ian, I'm married.
Yeah, well, so am I. And separated. And so are you, aren't you?
But not in the same sense. My husband's just away on business.
Okay, but it still must get pretty lonely. You know, all I'm offering is just companionship. We can have some fun together, that's all.
I'm sorry, it's just not possible. I've enjoyed our conversation, but I have to go.
Well, what about if I come with you, just for a cup of coffee?
No, I'll see you at work.
Okay. You're a hard woman, Meg Morris.
How are you, love?
Oh, good as you can be, stuck in here.
I heard how you saved Miss Conway from those dogs. Oh, that was brave.
Yeah, look, they care, though. Still locked me in here, didn't they?
You were trying to escape, Doreen. I don't see how Mrs. Davidson can overlook it. But I am grateful.
I've got something for you.
Have you heard when I'll go before the VJ?
Oh, I can't say much, but I wouldn't worry.
Something to cheer you up.
Oh, Lizzie, how'd you come to get him?
Miss Conway said I could bring him to you. I wouldn't worry too much. Old Davo will let you off lightly. I mean, they can't punish you much, can they?
Oh, come on, Lizzie. You're not supposed to be talking to Doreen.
I mean, after all, you did save a screw's life, didn't you? See you later, love.
Thanks for Teddy, Lizzie. Give me somebody to talk to.
Yeah, but if he starts talking back, that's when you got to start worrying.
Who's there?
Surprise, surprise.
Hey, you better make mine a small one, or I'll be seeing double. Mind you, that might make for a very interesting night.
I see.